and I will call to order the Planning Commission meeting for March 23rd, 2021. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda, please?
This is Sherry, so moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. You're up, Stephanie.
Sorry. Okay, roll call. Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
He said it, we just couldn't hear him.
does the hand raise work?
There, that works.
Sherry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
did we lose Daryl? Oh, there you are. Daryl?
No, I said aye. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yep, now I can.
Okay.
Sharon?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
All right. Approval of minutes for February 23rd, 2021. And I'll jump right in and under 5.0, the final plat for Whispering Aspen second edition, about 7 paragraphs, I think I counted 7, where it says Terry asked, Terry stated, Terry noted. I do believe that was actually Jim.
Correct.
That made those comments.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, page 3. Yep.
So I think there are 7 areas there that need to be changed.
And one on the next page.
Yeah, one on the next page.
There is one that Terry stated that is correct, which is the 3rd paragraph on page 3 of 8.
Yes.
It's, what'd you say, paragraph 3?
Paragraph 3
Okay.
of page 3 of 8 is
Okay.
correct. The Terry there. All the other ones should be Jim Smith.
Okay.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any corrections, additions, changes? Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for February 23rd? I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for February 23rd. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
All right, and then, okay, Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Sherry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Sharon,
Aye.
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
And Tom?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. We'll move on to a public hearing for the planned unit development and preliminary plat for Elevage, the first edition, at 187th and Highway 65. And I do see we have some of those gentlemen online, and I will mute, and Stephanie, you're up.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So tonight we have the public hearing. It's for the planned unit development master plan and the preliminary plat for Elevage EV First Edition, which is located off of 187th and Highway 65. The developer is Elevage EV Holdings LLC. So this property is zoned MXU, which is mixed use district. This is a district that was just created and approved on March 8th by City Council, and Planning Commission heard it at the February meeting. The mixed use allows for commercial, multi-residential, single family, and single family residential. Also, as it was approved, a planned unit development is required for all development within the mixed use district. The approved 2040 East Bethel comprehensive plan requires a mixed use component in this particular area within the city This does include higher density residential development. Therefore, the proposed uses, including higher residential density, is in compliance with the approved comprehensive plan and the East Suffolk zoning code. So before you have right here, this is what the master plan looks like. The overall Elevage development, again, is a PUD. This is a master plan, which you have this also in your packet. This will include commercial, single family, multifamily. The PUD master plan was reviewed by Planning Commission on September 24th of 2019 and also discussed at the City Council work session on October 7th of 2019. So the overall concept plan hasn't changed at all. Can you guys see my cursor on the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so up here is Highway 65, and we'll be entering here, the roundabout. And we have the commercial lot right here, and another commercial lot here. If we go down here, so the same concept plan, we're gonna have commercial over in this area. On the back of the property is gonna be single family through here. And then some type of a little bit higher density townhomes, maybe some multifamily, we're not sure yet, but there will be some higher density in it as well. Attachment 4 of your report is a letter from the developer, which describes the proposed PUD, which will be completed in 5 phases. Each phase of the development will have specific standards unique to that particular phase. Therefore, specific PUD standards will be approved for each phase through a master development PUD agreement. So at this time, the commission is suggested to review and approve with the overall concept of the PUD master plan. And then the next item is the preliminary plat, which is the whole area, which encompasses about 66 acres. And this time it's going to include one buildable lot. Okay, this is Highway 65 down here. You come in, so there's going to be one buildable lot, which is a 2.6 acre lot, and then 2 outlots. So large portion of it is going to be outlot A, and then we have a smaller outlot B. I'm having a hard time right here. Outlot B. So outlot A and outlot B will be developed in the future. And again, they're going to be PUDs as well, which is again a requirement of this district. And so it will be future phased up to 5 phases. And again, you can read through the development letter that the developer submitted in regards to the PUD. There is an interest business that would like to purchase and build on the lot, the 2.6 acre lot. It is proposed that the site preparation for this will begin in 2021 and construction will start in 2022. The site plan for the new business will be submitted and reviewed by city staff and will also have to come through the planning commission and city council. City engineer reviewed and approved the stormwater drainage for this buildable lot. The drainage for the remainder of the property will remain the same and will be addressed once the outlots are platted and developed, so with each future phase. The development will be accessed by a new frontage road that will be constructed by the city of East Suffolk. I don't have that slide, but in this presentation, but I did attach it to your report. It was attachment number 6. It does depict the frontage and the frontage road location and the design of it. The city is projecting that the street project will begin no later than June 1st, 2021, so this year, a couple months. The developer will be responsible for all internal streets that are part of the future phases. On March 9th, 2021, the Park Commission did recommend approval of a park dedication fee for this plat. That dedication fee is determined by 5% of the fair market value of the undeveloped land, not to exceed $2,000 per acre. The staff is working with the property owner right now to determine the amount required for the park dedication fee, which will just need to be paid prior to the release of the final plat that will need to be filed with the Norfolk County. So at this time, staff is requesting the Planning Commission hold the public hearing discuss and recommend approval of, there's two resolutions. First resolution will be for approving the planned unit development master plan for Elevage EV development. And the second resolution is approving the preliminary plan for Elevage EV first edition. And the developer is on the line tonight too, if you have any specific questions for him.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Mhm.
At this time, I will open the public hearing for the plan unit development and preliminary plat for Elevage First Edition. Is there anyone on there in the public that would like to speak to this?
Hi, this is Suzanne Urkel. I have a question.
Suzanne, let me hold off. This is the public
Okay.
hearing part. Hold off till we get to ours.
Oh,
Thank
well, I just was thinking I was speaking as a public person, but okay.
Hearing no public out there, I will close the public hearing. And now I will open it to council members and commission members. Suzanne, your question?
Hi, again, this is Suzanne Urkel. I was wondering, Stephanie said that there was businesses that wanted to or had already proposed to build something there. I was wondering if she knows what the business is, if that's going to be the Quick Trip or if she's talking about something else or exactly which business she was mentioning.
Okay. Corey, is that public information on who's buying that lot right now?
It is now.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So
yeah,
it is.
we have an agreement with Quick Trip right now for the corner. Yes. And our agreement coincides with the memo of understanding with the city of East Bethel and our intent with the first lot. Yes. With the service road and the exchange of land and how we've all kind of worked on this for the past, 18 months or so. So yes, it's Quick Trip today, and obviously they have rights inside their purchase agreement, but yes, the intention is for a Quick Trip.
Okay, well, I apologize, but I didn't hear that from any official. I heard that from the community, so somebody else has been talking.
It's okay, Susan. I mean, there's enough people that know.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Suzanne. Is there anybody else on the commission who has any comments, questions, concerns?
Well, I want to bring one more thing up if I can. Has anybody studied how the traffic flow is going to work when all this is completed? Because when I looked at the other thing, it just looks like it's going to be inconveniencing a lot of people. So I'm just wondering if those studies have been done or if they're just going to wing it.
Yeah, Suzanne, this is Corey, the developer. We have submitted a traffic study within the PUD. So there is a traffic study that's been complete, and we've been working closely with the city and the service road and all of its uses there. And we don't see it as an impact what the study is done by Kinley Horn that was done about a year ago. So that has been submitted to the city. They have it. So if they need to get that information over to you to read it, it's a very lengthy document. Enjoy. But yes, we have done the studies.
Suzanne, I don't know, you were part of you were part of our commission when this came up in 2019, and that was one of the things that was brought up and was taken into consideration when we looked at it way back. And if I'm not mistaken, you were our liaison at that time also. So maybe it was something just got missed.
That's correct. I remember asking back then and they didn't really have answers for me back then. So I don't even know when the traffic study was done, but that may be one of the things that prompted it, but I just hadn't heard about it. So I wanted to confirm.
And it's my understanding too that MnDOT's also been involved with the traffic study and taking a look at it as well.
Correct. It's all been in conjunction with the service road.
Yeah.
And the uses, correct.
Is there anybody else out there who has concerns?
I do.
Go
I may have
ahead.
Sure. I may have brought this up back before. I don't remember what the response was, but my concern is with all those units packed together closely, if they all end up looking like the same thing, that just depresses the look of a city as in comparison to creating individually differentiated units in terms of the appearance, so that somebody has a sense of their home identity and not cookie cutter cutout type thing like we see in Blaine and elsewhere. So I'm wondering if you have
Cool.
any.
Glenn, now I can speak to that. This is Corey again, the developer.
Mhm.
Tonight's development, what we're reviewing is not about the home residential tonight. And we're reviewing that and working hard on designs for that piece. And that's the piece that's what Stephanie related, that we will come back in on each phase and present what the goal of the development. We have a concept layout right now, and Stephanie could probably even comment on this. I mean, I'm as early as the last 2 days, I've been working, submitting stuff into the city, just starting to just dialogue behind the scenes that will eventually come forward with more designs and more ideas around our whole vision of the site for residential. But today, where we're at, and because of the challenges last year with COVID and everything else, we're just really focused today on just one, identifying the uses inside the development, and then also just the plat for the first business to keep in line with our memo of understanding with the city that's been agreed to with the service road and the first lot. And we even pulled, and Stephanie can comment on this, we even pulled the second lot off for this discussion right now because we need to tie that into our residential mix next with how we do water. And so today, as you look at that plan, I can assure you, Glenn, that it's going to change even more. But we're working on it right now. We've actually hired some outside designers and some other ideas that we're looking at. So as a larger vision for what this area will be. So that's not really, and I don't know, Stephanie, if you agree, but we're really not discussing, the look of the home. That's not what we're attempting today in terms of the concept. We're just focused on the uses within it.
Right. But do you have an intention in that regard that you can speak to?
Well, the intention you see today is a concept, yes. But I mean, in terms of the city and the process of our development, we'll have to enter into a development agreement that would have to be approved by you guys along the way.
Right.
So until I have it to present it to you, I don't really feel it's worth our time discussing, other than what I have for my concept today. Those are traditionally 60-foot by 100-foot lots that you're looking at on the screen. Over a 62-acre, over a large portion, there's tons of wetland and sanctuary all throughout. It may not show it the way it looks today, but that's a pretty large area.
Well, and tonight, as Corey has said, tonight we're looking at the first edition. And as Stephanie said, it's outlot A, outlot B, and the rest of the development is just one big outlot. Am I correct, Stephanie?
Yeah, so what we have actually is we have Outlot A, which is the vast majority of the development of the area, and then we have one smaller lot that's going to be Outlot B. And tonight, what we're really focusing on is this Lot 1, Block 1.
The 2.6 acre.
Yep, that will be the gas station.
So every time they're ready to move to another addition, as Corey's letter states, he's broken out the 5 additions really well. And every time they go to another addition, they will be before us for approval, each one of them.
Yep, that is correct. Actually, the next phases will be even a little bit more in depth for Planning Commission, because each one of those phases will have in-depth standards for that specific phase that you guys will also take a look at, and that includes like architectural standards.
Does that make it a little easier?
Yes, thank you for clarifying that.
Okay, so tonight,
Yeah, I was gonna just comment, sorry, excuse me, just Glenn, just so you know, in the next 30, 60 days, we hope to be back in front of you guys, starting to work through this process with the next phase, so we can really dive in with our vision a little bit more, and you'll get to see a lot more of what we're looking to do.
okay. Anybody else out there have comments? And this is, like we said, this is just the first edition, which now we know is a quick trip. That's going to make a lot of people very happy, as I understand it. Okay. Hearing no comments from our commission members or anybody else, I will take a motion to approve the resolution, the first resolution.
And the first resolution will be approving the overall, sorry about that, the overall PUD master plan.
Does anybody
Tom.
want to?
I'll make a motion to approve the Elevage Planned Unit Development Master Plan Preliminary Plat, first edition, 187th and Highway 65.
Okay, we will need two separate motions, one for the resolution for the master plan, and then one resolution for the preliminary plat.
Okay, I'll amend that for the Elevage Planned Unit Development Master Plan.
Thank you, Tom.
I'll second it.
Who seconded it, Wanda?
Yep.
All right, so I'll take roll call. Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Harry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Karen.
Aye.
Okay, that carries. Now I will take a resolution for approval of the preliminary plat.
I will make a motion for approval of the preliminary plat for Elevage, first edition.
And I will second. This is Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Harry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Sharon,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
Okay, and this item will be placed on the April 12th City Council agenda.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Corey. We look
Have a good
forward to
night.
seeing you again. Good
Yep,
night.
see you soon, thank you.
Thank you.
The next item on our agenda is a public hearing for a variance for a side yard reduction at 4640 East Front Boulevard in Coon Lake for Andrew Nelson.
Wanda, we missed agenda item number 5. The final
Oh,
plat for
I'm
Elevage.
sorry. So we need two resolutions here to the first.
No, this is just for the actual final plat for Elevage first edition.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, Mr. Nelson.
This one will be quick.
Can I get a motion to approve the final plat for planned unit development and Elevage first edition?
This is Sherry. I'll make the motion for staff recommendation.
This is Tom. Aye. Second.
Thank you. And we have Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Jerry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
Thank you all. Sorry about that, Stephanie. Okay, now we have the public hearing. Mr. Nelson is online and Stephanie, you're up.
All right, so tonight, again, this is a public hearing to consider a variance to allow for an accessible ramp 1 foot from the southwestern property line of this property. Again, it's 4640 East Front Boulevard. The property is located in the R1 single family district. Property owner would like to access the home with an ADA accessible ramp. He does have a letter that was attached as part of the variance findings of fact, attachment number 3, explaining his situation. Side yard setbacks in the R1 is 10 feet. Existing home is set 7 feet from the southwestern property line. Therefore, a variance is required to construct the ramp 1 foot from the property line. Oh, I'll show you more.
All right.
The southwest property line abuts the city right-of-way of Sylvan Street, which is right through here. It goes right down to the lake. 2015 City Council approved a variance that allowed the placement of the property owner's septic system and well within the Sylvan Street right-of-way. At that time, Council did determine Sylvan Street would remain as an unimproved city right-of-way. And then also in the past, there was a variance granted to the placement of the existing garage up in here. So for granting a variance, they must meet the 3-factor test for practical difficulties. The first one is the test for reasonableness. In this case, the request is to allow the placement of an ADA accessible ramp within 1 foot of the property line, shared by the city of East Bethel and this particular property. The ramp will serve physically limited family members of the property owners to access the proposed deck built on the lake side of the existing building. The second factor is to determine if the circumstances are unique to this property and not caused by the landowner. This existing building was constructed back in the 1950s and again is located about 7 feet from the property line. Existing sidewalk next to the building will serve as the safe way for the physically challenged family members to enter the ramp and the deck. Again, the deck will serve as the alternative building exit also. And then the third factor is that it won't alter the character of the neighborhood. The deck and ramp will be consistent with the nature of the setting in design and color. Both adjoining properties have decks and or patios on the lakeside of their homes. The ramp and deck is not closer to any other properties or forward in placement to other properties with patios and decks. So it won't change the character of this neighborhood. So at this time, city staff is requesting the Planning Commission hold the public hearing and recommend approval to the City Council for a variance to place an accessible ramp 1 foot from the southwestern property line. And Mr. Nelson is on the call with us tonight if you have any specific questions for him.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. At this time, I will open the public hearing regarding the side yard reduction at 4640 East Front Boulevard. Is there anyone out there that has any comments in the public? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing. And I will open this for discussion among the commissioners. Does anybody have any questions, comments, discussion? I guess I'll make the comment that in lieu of the other variances that were made onto the Sylvan Street property, I don't see any reason why this shouldn't also be approved. I do have one caveat, and that is, should Mr. Nelson decide to sell the property, is this something we want to remain there, or is something that should be in discussion to be removed? That was my only thought. Anybody have any comments on that?
Typically how variances work, they actually go with the land. So, it would remain with the land.
Okay,
If I might say something, my grandfather of the same name, Andrew Nelson, was a homesteader in East Bethel. And this is sort of a legacy property that I wouldn't anticipate leaving the family.
all right.
Good to hear.
Anybody else have any comments or questions or anything for Mr. Nelson? Not hearing any, I will entertain a motion for approval of this variance with the, does anybody want to give me the resolution?
I'll make a motion to approve the variance with the staff recommendations.
This
I'll
is Sherry,
second
I
it.
would second. Whatever. Take your pick.
Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Aaron,
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
All right, and this item will be heard at the April 12th City Council meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Thank you.
All right, next is updates. Suzanne, are you available for some, please?
I am available. Well, the simple thing, Baton Trail got approved for that 500 feet should be done in the next couple months. We did an approval of the street maintenance. We approved a personnel committee and finance committee to go over to see if we need additional staffing at City Hall. We approved the commercial PUD 4th edition and the zoning for the section 49 for that mixed use area up off of 65. We did not approve the Whispering Aspens, failed on 2 counts. I was one of the people who voted against it. And for some of the same reasons that were brought up here during the Planning Commission meeting, which, but also even just the fact that the documentation has errors in it. The width of the street is 35 in some areas and 28 in others, and it says it's an entirely different number. And an unwillingness to correct that, and the snow removal issue, and the crowding of those 6 houses in that small space just seemed unreasonable to some of us. So that's why it got disapproved. However, they will go around and have it approved through the back end, so to speak. So it will probably get done. It may require legal, but I think it's going to just go through the back end because of the rules of the city and the state. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
not
I have.
Just to clarify, it's not the rules of the city. There's a Minnesota statute that we have to abide by, 462 it's called, and it has to do with the 60-day rule that once they submitted their final plat, the city had 60 days to act on it, to either approve it or deny it. However, your denial or your approvals and your denials are based on your preliminary plat. So as long as they meet the regulations that were set forth for preliminary plat, then it gets to where the council would have to come up with reasons, findings of fact to deny it, and that did not happen. So what may happen is today is the 60-day for that development. So I'll find out tomorrow when I go into the office to see if the plat was actually signed and going to be approved by the fault of not meeting the state statute.
State Yes, correct. Anyways, that's all I have.
Does anybody else have any other updates or anything else they'd like to bring up?
Just heads up, we do have a meeting at the end of April. I do have a couple agenda items on it already.
Does it
We'll
look
have a
like we'll
meeting.
be in City Hall?
I haven't heard anything yet. I don't think so. Suzanne's shaking her head no. She would know
I
more.
saw that City Hall's opened effective tomorrow, right? Yeah.
For residents, you have to come in and talk to us and stuff.
For residents.
We're all residents.
Exactly.
Most of us, I would guess that most of us will be vaccinated by April. I mean, that's just a guess.
I would think most of us.
Most of us are probably pretty close, and he'll open up the next tier, which I'm guessing maybe not Daryl. No, I'm a terrible guesser. Maybe not Tom, but it's 45 and older at that point. So, well, let us know what it's going to be. I can not wait to get back in where we can hold actual meetings and I don't sit in silence for a public hearing.
I agree.
Yes, I'll keep you updated.
All right, thank you. Does anybody else
With
have
you.
anything?
There's a Dollar General going up in across the highway from us.
I saw they broke
today.
ground.
Yeah.
They did break ground on that. All right, with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Wanda,
Aye.
Glenn,
Aye.
Jerry,
Aye.
Daryl,
Aye.
Karen.
Aye.
Jim,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
I thank you all again. That was relatively painless meeting. Thank you for all your comments, and we will see everybody next month. Be
All right,
safe.
thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.